that Crawford fought were handicapped. You know what I'm saying? Look, Errol Spence just announced about his eye and stuff. Jose Benavidez, when he fought him, he had a shot leg. When he and then who's the other fighter that he faced that they try to make it a big thing and he was injured too? Kell Brook with his eye. So every fighter that Crawford has faced throughout the 147 division, whether it looks good on paper, they've been injured.
What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, this is the first in a bit of a tirade from Teofimo Lopez calling out Terence Crawford. Now, let's address the claims here. Everyone who Terence Crawford has fought has been washed. Now, I can't lie. I can't sit here and fib like I was on the bandwagon. Spence versus Crawford for me was the bandwagon defining fight. In fact, I ain't gonna lie, I've been a Crawford hater. Hands up. I bet on Sean Porter at 5-1 to beat Crawford. Oops. Classic. You know, if you know anything about the YP, you know how classic that is. So yeah. But I said after the Spence fight, if Crawford beats Spence, I don't want to hear no more. That was the line drawn for me. When do you stop? Do you know what I'm saying? Spence stopping everyone. Stopped Ugas. In devastating fashion. When do you draw the line here? And not only did Crawford beat... I mean, for me, Crawford beating Spence was enough to say he the real deal. The way he did it, he tore the art up. Tore the art up. Do you understand? Tore it up. I wish genuinely, yeah, your man the YB is not that well endowed. So when I see a man like Terence Crawford, I wish I could tear us up like he be tearing it. All the way up. You understand? On national TV. Do you know how hard it is, people, to perform in that manner on national TV? Some men can't perform. Some men have what they call it. I don't know, but some men can't perform in their own bedroom. Never mind in front of 10 million people or X amount of million people. And Crawford went in there like I've never seen before. Even when you think about the great fights like Hagler and Hearn, neither man was as composed as Crawford was. Crawford has the composure of Floyd Mayweather, but the spite of Mike Tyson. We've never seen that before. Yes, Tommy Hearns was spiteful. But I'm sorry, in my opinion, you can't watch Hearns and Hagler and say that Hearns was massively composed. He was under it, getting it put on him, right? I'd say Hagler was the more composed one, but Hagler was going at it, but that's the point I'm making. Crawford has the... When Crawford's boxing, he looks like Floyd, but he tear an ass up at the same time. It's unparalleled. I can't think of a fighter who does that. Even Canelo, for example. Canelo's very calm. But Canelo's only calm when he's winning. Now, with all due respect, Crawford was winning from the first round, so we're still yet to see Crawford tested as such. But let's not forget, Crawford's moved up 2 weight divisions, people. From 135 to 147. So, when is the test supposed to come then? When do we draw the line here? And start giving the guy some credit? Teofimo Lopez has only moved up 1 weight division. I believe, maybe 2. Is it 1 or 2? Either way. I give Teo credit. Teo in the Loma fight was very composed, but the difference is, he weren't tearing ass up, was he? He was political in that fight. Equally, your man Teofimo Lopez got beat by George Kambosos. There are levels to this game, people. Do you know, even Crawford on his worst day, what would Crawford do? I mean, for me, David Avanesian is leagues above Kambosos. And we saw what Crawford did to him in there. Crawford was, again, unbelievable. Teo goes in there with Kambosos and makes a meal out of it and whatever else. So there are levels to this game. Don't get me wrong. Again, I give Teofimo a lot of credit for coming back the way he did. I thought he was washed. I think I lost money betting on Josh Taylor, in fact. I was like, this guy's toast. He's super duper toast. Yeah, I said Teofimo Lopez can't even control the women in his house. How's he supposed to control another man? Oops. Bumped. Coin gone forever. Into the Betfair exchange ether. Do you understand? Equally though, stay in your lane. Yeah? Don't get me wrong, I'm all for it though. If Teo wants that Crawford smoke, for me, he's still not there yet to be... Yeah, okay, you've had... Really, Teofimo's had 2 good wins. 2 good wins, but neither of which were stoppages, right? He didn't stop Loma. He didn't stop Josh Taylor. Crawford's out here stopping Errol Spence. I don't care what he had a bad eye. He had this. He had that. Crawford, I mean, look at Loma. Loma had injuries, right? When you beat Loma, he had injuries. You still couldn't stop him. Josh Taylor was halfway over the hill looking a bit washed, I believe. You couldn't stop him. So, yeah, I'm all for this fight though, don't get me wrong. But I think Teofimo will need to stay in his lane. His lane right now is Devin Haney. Who else we got at 140? Devin Haney. Well, really, that's it, isn't it? No, Devin's supposed to be fighting someone. Progray's been smoked. He ain't looking too sharp right now. He's fallen off. But yeah, Devin Haney. For me, Teofimo need to fight Devin Haney. Unify. And then the Crawford's fight possibly starts making some sense. But right now, and I'm all for it though. Let's not forget that. Fair play to Teo. This is how you're supposed to feel. I critique a lot of people for sitting there and politicking way too much. Oh, I'm going to sit here and play it safe. Oh, let me sit here and play cute and be cute with it. That's whack. Ain't no one trying to see someone be cute. Do you understand? Oh, Crawford's a great competitor and I'd love to box him one day. I'd love to share the ring with him. I'd love to kiss his hands. Like, that's whack. So yeah, salute to you for this, but taking a step back. Right now, you're in the wrong lane. This ain't your lane. Crawford, to be quite frank, no one in boxing, apart from maybe Canelo is in Crawford's lane. Maybe. I still think Crawford tear their ass up. I think Crawford will have Canelo looking like he's about to cry again. That's how I feel. There's level. I just think Crawford's the greatest fighter of all time, bar none. No fighter has what Crawford has in my book throughout the history of the game. Too much. He can punch. He can box. He's got the grit and the determination. He's got the wholeness. Crawford's got about 8 kids with 1 woman. He's on top of the world. Do you know what that takes? Look at Floyd, for example. Floyd's got 5 baby mums. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, Floyd is not whole, is he? Floyd is not. I don't look at Floyd and think, yeah, of course. Would I like loads of cars? Yeah. Would I like a big mansion? Yeah. But that's not wholesome. To be able to have all them things and find contentment in the things you do have, like Crawford does. I've never even seen him in a... He probably has one, but I've never seen it. I see Crawford pulling up to the gym in a standard kind of one of them... where's he from? Omaha. You know, they will drive them 4x4s. It's not a cheap car, but it's not like, oh, I'm sure if Crawford could pull up in a 4x4 Rolls Royce, couldn't he? If he wanted to. He practical with it. He wholesome. And I rate that. Inside and outside the ring, there's never been a fighter like Crawford. Simple as that. And people need to respect that. Do you understand? Anyway, it's an intriguing fight. If Teo can beat Devin Haney, then it makes sense. Until then, stay in your lane, is my advice. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell. 100%, no doubt about it.